Greetings, my rare hunters. It is I, MariK. We're back with another video for Dragon Ball Super, the card game, Series 3, Crossworlds. We just got some more information dropped on us today. The lists for both the blue and red colors have been released. We're still missing a few cards from each list, but they did give us most of the information. And you guys loved the last video we did for the first Crossworlds reveal, so I thought we'd go ahead and do another one. Thanks to you guys and all the support you've given me for that video, for the Dragon Ball Super deck profiles. Our channel has grown substantially. We're at 155 subscribers now. I just want to thank you guys for that. Let's go ahead and take a look at all this new stuff they gave us. First, we're going to start with blue, and what better way to do that than with our new blue leader, Majin Buu. This has easily got to be my favorite leader art we have gotten so far. Just look at this picture. Majin Buu is adorable. This card is beautiful.
Oh, here he is! Ooh, beautiful!
Not to mention, this leader has some of the coolest abilities we've seen so far. His auto says when this card attacks a leader, place the top card of your deck under this card. Then if there are 2 or more cards, you can draw a card. So after that first attack, you're going to be drawing a card every time he attacks a leader. That's a pretty good advantage right there. And it really helps out the deck, and you'll see why. Of course, he awakens at 4, as most of them do. His awakened side is Majin Buu, completely revived. We've got a nice Kid Buu over there. The art looks sick. It'll be foil because Buu is the rare leader for the blue set. It would be nice to get to see the Fat Buu side also be hollow, but we'll take what we can get. His auto says, once per turn, when this card attacks, place the top card of your deck under it, draw a card, so he automatically gets that draw. His main is the really cool ability that says, choose 5 cards under this card and place them in the drop area. Switch this card to active mode and he gains 5,000 power for the duration of the turn. So he basically gets double strike plus a boost. That is something we have not seen before for leader cards. Now, it wouldn't be a Majin Buu deck if there wasn't at least one Babidi. And here we have Agent of Resurrection Babidi. He's a 1-drop 5,000. When you play him, look at the top 3 cards of your deck, choose any Majin Buu and add it to your hand. Pretty cool ability, but a lot of the time, you're only going to want to add certain Majin Buus to your hand. The cool thing about this, though, is you could also add Energy Boosted Majin Buu to your hand, who is also a blue card and fits perfectly with this deck. This also gives you another 1-drop that you can play as well. Then we've got Babidi's father, Bibidi, the Magician's father. He's a 4-drop that gives all Majin Buu in your battle area barrier, which basically says they cannot be chosen by the skills of your opponent's cards. So no more blowing up Majin Buus with card effects, no more doing any of that shit, no taking them with some of the newer cards. We'll get into that in a minute. And then his auto, which is really cool as well, says when you play him, choose up to 1 out-of-control evil Majin Buu from your deck and play it. And here is that out-of-control evil Majin Buu. We finally got a Kid Buu card. He's a 3-drop with 15,000. So you could play him on turn 3, or you could wait until turn 4, play that Bibidi, and drop evil Majin Buu with his effect. He's got critical, which is really nice. I feel like we don't have enough cards that have critical. But he also has Union Absorb for 1 blue energy. You can place a battle card from your hand under this card, and then you choose 1 blue Majin Buu with an energy cost of 5 from your deck and place it on top of this card. Then shuffle your deck. This actually specifies that it has to be blue and has to be energy cost 5. No more, no less. Which is fine, because we actually have 2 new blue Majin Buus you can play. And depending on which one you want to play, this will determine which battle card you want to put from your hand underneath this evil Buu when you union him. Your first option is Majin Defier South Supreme Kai. He's a 3-drop, 15,000. He has critical, and his auto says when this card attacks, choose up to 1 of your opponent's battle cards with an energy cost of 3 or less and return it to their owner's hand. So you can bounce stuff back so they can't combo it, so that they have to replay it. Best of all, since that's his auto, you can send blockers back before they can activate blocker. So you won't have to worry about any of those pesky blockers getting in your way and preventing that crit damage. When you put South Supreme Kai underneath Evil Majin Buu, you're going to want to evolve him into Power Absorbing Majin Buu. He's a 5-drop normally. You can evolve him for 4, but you're never really going to do that. He has 25,000, and he has dual attack. What's really nice about him, though, is he has the Activate main, where he says, once per turn, choose a South Supreme Kai under this card, gain all of its chosen card skills for the duration of the turn. So not only does he get the ability to bounce back any 3-drop card, mainly blockers, he also gets the crit ability. So he has dual attack and crit. That's 2 cards from your opponent's life that they will never get if they let that attack go through. That's pretty amazing. The other card you'll want to use to put underneath that evil Majin Buu is Universal Leader Grand Supreme Kai. He's a 2-drop, 10,000, not that impressive. His auto says when you play this card, choose up to 1 battle card other than Grand Supreme Kai with a card name that includes Supreme Kai from your deck and add it to your hand. So he searches out any Supreme Kai card, but unless you have nothing better to play on turn 2, you would rather keep this card in your hand so you can summon this guy. God Absorber Majin Buu. He's your other blue 5-drop. He has 20,000. You can evolve him on Grand Supreme Kai for 4, but again, when you can do it with the 3-drop, it's just quicker and it's better that way. This Majin Buu has double strike. He doesn't get the crit ability, which isn't as nice, but his permanent says if this card would leave the battle area when there are any Grand Supreme Kai cards placed under this card, place all the cards under this card in the drop area instead. So, if they were to do anything that would destroy this Majin Buu, he is not going anywhere for at least 1 more turn. And, if you can get another Grand Supreme Kai under him, there's no way to keep him off the field. I'll explain how to do that in a little bit. Now, you guys may remember this one from the previous video we did, showcasing all the new stuff that they revealed. The Ultimate Evil Majin Buu. 7-drop, 30,000. He's got EX Evolve, so for 1 blue energy, you discard 2 cards from your hand, and you evolve him on top of either of your blue Majin Buus. He has Triple Strike, which is just scary as hell, especially when you consider his ability, which says when a card evolves into this card, switch it to active mode, and it gains 30,000 power for the duration of the turn. So, not only is he a 60,000 card with Triple Strike, you can also attack with the card that you're going to evolve into him. So you can attack with the dual attack crit attacker. You can attack with the double strike Majin Buu, and then play this card. You can potentially do 5 damage with 1 card that can attack. And if they can't negate this attack, it's probably going through. How many times can you say that you're going to be able to stop 60,000 damage? Now, say you prefer the red Majin Buu cards that we got from Union Force. You're going to want to play this card, Majin Buu, Dawn of the Rampage. He's a 4-drop, and for 2 energy, his Union Absorb allows you to place a battle card from your hand under him, and choose up to 1 Awakening Evil Majin Buu from your deck, and place it on top of this card, and then you shuffle it. He also has Barrier, which says he can't be targeted by opponent skills. He also has the permanent that says when this card is under a card, the Majin Buu on top of this card also gains that barrier. So you're going to have one of the big red Majin Buu cards that can't be targeted by abilities, which makes them infinitely harder to kill. Now, this isn't new information, but for the sake of this video and the strategy revolving around the Majin Buu deck, I thought I'd include it anyways. Awakening Evil Majin Buu. He's a 5-drop. He's got 25,000 power. You can evolve him on a red Majin Buu, but that's not what you're going to do with it. You're actually going to play him with the 4-drop Evil Buu. Then you're going to Union Absorb and place a battle card from your hand under him to evolve him into a Majin Buu other than Awakening Evil with 25,000 or more power from your deck, and place it on top of this card. So, really the only reason you would run this one is if you wanted to play Buu Tanks or Gohan from Union Force. Because there's no point to play him if you're going to play either of the blue 5-drops, because you can just skip that step altogether with the 3-drop Evil Buu. So, of course, you're going to want to put Miraculous Comeback Ultimate Gohan underneath Awakening Evil Majin Buu when you evolve him into Grand Evil Absorption Majin Buu, who has an impressive 30,000 attack. He has dual attack, and his active says once per turn, choose a Sun Gohan under this card. For the duration of the turn, this card can attack battle cards in active mode and gains all the skills of the chosen card. Which is why you're going to choose Miraculous Comeback Ultimate Gohan. On top of having dual attack, he'll gain Gohan's double strike, and he'll gain Gohan's auto that says when he KOs your opponent's battle card, inflict 2 damage to your opponent. So not only do you attack twice with double strike, you can attack twice and deal 4 damage if you KO 2 of their battle cards. That Majin Buu can end the game very quickly if you don't have the right cards to defend yourself. Of course, what would a Majin Buu deck be if it didn't have any Hercule in it? Here we've got a new Hercule, thinks he's the best Hercule. We showed that in our previous video. His auto says when you play this card, if your leader card is Majin Buu, choose 2 of your energy and place them at the bottom of your deck in any order. Then take the top 2 cards of your deck and add them to your energy. So you could potentially play him, take the 2 energy you tapped to play him, and then put them back under your deck, and get 2 new active energy. I guess he'd be a free 10,000 attacker, but other than that, I don't really know what good he would do you. However, in later turns, he would allow you to make more aggressive plays if you were to just have him to be able to let you play something, reset your energy. For example, you could drop the 3-drop Majin Buu, then use this Hercule to reset 2 of your energy. You now have an active energy to pay the cost to evolve him into one of the 5-drop Majin Buus. So I can see this card seeing some play, but honestly I don't know that it would be something you would run 4 of. Up next we have probably one of my favorite extra cards that we've seen since the game came out, the most evil absorption in history. For 3 energy, if your leader card is Majin Buu, choose one of your Majin Buu and one of your opponent's battle cards. Place the chosen opponent battle card under that Majin Buu. Your Majin Buu literally absorbs whatever battle card you don't want to stay on the field. Which is crazy because not only do you get rid of it, you make it to where they can't use it at all. On top of that, say you're playing in a mirror match, or say you're playing a Kai deck. You can take one of their Supreme Kais to place it under your own Majin Buu to give it the abilities. Like I was saying earlier with the God Absorber Majin Buu, that basically survives anything that would make him leave the field if he has a Grand Supreme Kai underneath him, you could use that up and then take their Grand Supreme Kai, place it back under your Majin Buu, and he's immortal again. You could also apply this to the red Majin Buu cards. You could take anybody's Gotenks or Gohan, place it under your Majin Buu, and then evolve that Majin Buu into the final form and gain the abilities. This card is really dangerous, and I feel like it's going to be a 4 of in any Majin Buu deck. The last card for the Majin Buu support is probably my favorite card of the set, Buu Make You Cookie. It's a 1-cost counterattack, like Whis' Coercion, but it also says, then if your leader card is Majin Buu, you may place 1 card from your hand in the drop area. If you do so, choose a Majin Buu and one of your opponent's battle cards with an energy cost of 3 or less, and place it under that Majin Buu. So your deck now revolves around just sucking up your opponent's cards, absorbing them so they can't use them, they can't interact with them in any way whatsoever, and if used against a deck running cards that you run as well, you can gain your abilities back, like with the Grand Supreme Kai. Personally, I feel like the Majin Buu deck is going to be the best and most sought after deck of set 3. I could be wrong, but to me it seems like it's the most fun. However, we haven't seen a whole lot of yellow or green yet, so I'll hold off until that happens. That being said, I already have a blue Majin Buu deck proxied together that I plan to playtest tomorrow, so if it does well, and if you guys would like to see it, I can do a deck profile on it to give you kind of an idea. The other Supreme Kais also got their own cards, but since they don't really fit into the Majin Buu archetype, I decided to wait until after that portion to go ahead and introduce them. We have Majin Defier, West Supreme Kai. She's just a 2-drop, 5,000. She's got Barrier, and the cool part about her is you can use this card to pay energy costs even when it's in your battle area. So I guess you would just tap it in your battle area and use it as one of the energy to play one of your cards. Pretty nifty ability we haven't seen yet. Then we've got Majin Defier, North Supreme Kai. He's a 2-drop with 10,000 power. He's a blocker. His auto says when you play this card, choose up to 1 god in your battle area with an energy cost of 3 or less and switch it to active mode. I guess if you were to make a play using one of the God trait cards, and then play him, you could put it back in active mode, but as of right now, I don't see where that is useful enough to warrant playing him. Lastly, we have Unyielding Defender, our own East Supreme Kai. Wouldn't be a Supreme Kai set without him. He's a 2-drop, 5,000. He's got blocker, but he also has barrier, which is nice. So he's a blocker that can't be killed by abilities, especially cards like Son Goten Family of Justice, that just wrecks little blockers like him. Trailing not far behind our Supreme Kai is Kibito, the Kai's attendant. He's a 2-drop, only has 10,000 power this time around, but he has a pretty cool ability that says switch this card to rest mode, choose one of your battle cards and return it to your hand. Then choose up to one of your opponent's battle cards with an energy cost 3 or less and return it to their hand. Now, 3 or less, that's not going to make them get rid of anything too substantial, but the cool part is you could bounce back any of your 1-drops to bounce back their 3-drop. You could even use it on Raging Spirit Son Gohan, the combo card. You're going to get that 10,000, it's going to come to the field. You could bounce it back, and then you have it in your hand again to combo with to bring it right back to the field. It's kind of a nifty way to just recycle him, but I don't see Kibito staying on the field long enough to be able to do that multiple times, or even the Gohan for that matter. This would also let you reuse your 1-drops abilities, such as Gawasu, who would be a great card to play with Kais because they're all gods, and you can search them, and you could keep using the ability over and over again, or even just energy-boosted Majin Buu if you wanted that extra draw. When using the Fusion Potara, you get Powers Combined Kibito Kai. He's one of the new Super Combo cards. He is one of the cards that when you have 4 life or less, play it for free, 10,000 power, draw a card. Just like Boost Attack Piccolo. Which all of the old combo cards like that have been eroded, so they are all super combos. So you can't run 4 Piccolo and 4 Kibito Kai. That would be way too busted, and the game would just go on too long at that point, I think. But his auto is what makes him interesting. You may want to play him over Piccolo, depending on your own playstyle. He still gets the plus 10,000 if your life is 4 or less. However, he then says, choose up to 1 card in your opponent's combo area and return it to their hand. Then if there are no cards in your opponent's combo area, draw 1 card. So this Kibito Kai you would have to play on the defensive, but if they combo more than 1 card, it's really not that great. It can get you out of situations. I can see where it would be useful, but I still think Boost Attack Piccolo is a better card. Not to mention, Kibito Kai and Piccolo are both gods. So if you ran Gawasu, you could search and add either one of them to your hand. I just don't see where Kibito Kai is worth playing, in my opinion. Sure, there are going to be situations where it is better, but the chance that they're only going to combo with just 1 card versus more than 1 just doesn't seem viable. Now, of course, we got a new set, so that means a new Goku leader. This time he's blue again. His permanent is interesting. It says you can only place up to 6 energy, so a bit of an energy restriction, but how many games really go that far? His activate main is what makes him really interesting, though. He says place 1 card from your hand in the drop area. If you have no energy, choose 2 cards in your life and add them to your energy. So you could start your turn, not play an energy, activate his main, and then you're at 2 energy, while also reducing yourself to 6 life. Now, you don't draw those life cards because they're in your energy, but you do kind of help yourself self-awaken a little bit. And if you were to play an objection on your first turn, you're going into turn 2 with 4 energy, which, in my opinion, that is insane and gives you a huge advantage. His awakened side is equally as interesting. It still has that permanent that reduces your energy down to 6, but his auto says at the end of the turn, choose up to 3 of your energy and switch them to active mode. Not only that, it also doesn't specify they have to be blue energy, just any 3 energy you want. So you can set yourself up for sensu beans, you can set yourself up for combos, you can set yourself up for battle negates. Anything that you want. So he's kind of like the blue starter deck Goku, except only works defensively, since the ability only activates at the end of the turn. To go along with the Majin Buu theme of the blue set in Series 3, we have Final Explosion Prince of Destruction Vegeta. This is one of the coolest cards, and the art looks amazing. I'm so glad it's so rare because it'll be a foil, even though commons and uncommons also get foil. We're not really sure how that foil will work. That's another issue, though. He's a 4-drop with 20,000. He's got double strike. That's pretty good for a 4-drop. The best part is his auto, which says at the end of the battle after this card attacks, place this card at the bottom of your deck so you can use it again. Then choose any number of your opponent's battle cards for which the total cost adds up to 5 or less and KO them. So you get a double strike attack, and then you just like, fuck it, blow everything up. Rarely has a card's ability been so fitting for the card itself. We've also got a new Goku, Furious Rush, Super Saiyan 3 Son Goku. Of course, it being the Majin Buu saga, it had to be Super Saiyan 3. He's got 20,000 for 5 cost. He's got dual attack, which is nice. And his auto says when you play him, draw a card. I don't know how much play I see this particular Goku having. The dual attack is nice, but other than that, he's kind of expensive for as little as you seem to get back for. However, if you run Ultimate Spirit Bomb Son Goku, you can justify running that 5-drop Goku. He's a 7-drop with only 25,000 power. You think that's a little low for 7, but check this out. He has EX Evolve, so for 1 blue energy, discard 2 cards, and evolve him on top of a Goku, a blue Goku with 5 or more energy. He has Double Strike. He has a permanent that says your opponent can't activate counter against this card's attacks. So no negating his attacks. On top of that, his auto kicks in and says when this card attacks, choose up to 5 battle cards in your energy area and combo with them. So he's pretty much a finisher. He's going to drop down with that double strike. He's got 25,000 and then just start comboing with all your shit in your energy area. It's kind of a do or die situation, but with that much damage that you can't negate, that's going to be pretty hard to stop. To help you get that Goku out even quicker, you have Rebirth of Justice. For 4 energy, you can choose up to 1 blue battle card in your hand with an energy of 5 or less and play it. Then choose one of your opponent's battle cards and return it to the hand. So not only do you get to play a 5-drop for only 4 energy, you also get to bounce any problematic battle card they have, allowing you to set up for next turn to drop that Spirit Bomb Goku. Now we're going to jump into the controversial Dragon Ball GT era with our red leader, Pan. She's the rare of the red leaders. I enjoyed GT for what it was worth, but there were a lot of parts that I didn't particularly care for. Pan was one of my least favorite characters for quite a while, just because all she did was bicker and complain and whine, and it got really tiring. But all the Pan support in this set is amazing and actually makes me want to play Pan. Her auto says when you play a battle card, choose that battle card, and it gains 5,000 power for the duration of the turn. Then if its power is 20,000 or more, draw 1 card. So you're increasing your guy's attack for nothing, and even getting a draw off of it after like turn 2 or turn 3, they should already be at 15. So they'll hit that 20,000 mark and allow you to draw that extra card. Not too bad. The Awakened side is just as good. You play that battle card, it gains 5,000 power. If it hits 20,000 or more, you draw a card. And then she gets the auto when you attack with her. She draws a card as well. But there's so much more Pan support to go through, and it's just amazing. The first one is just a 1-drop, 10,000 vanilla. Not bad for a 1-drop, but not that great either. Although this card wasn't revealed with today's information, we've got Rushing Warrior Pan. She's from the Goku Red starter deck. She's a 1-drop, 5,000. Her auto says when you play this card, choose up to 1 of your red leader cards or red battle cards. It gains 5,000 power for the duration of the turn. And then when you combo with this card, draw 1 card. So you basically play her, give your guy a boost, attack, combo with her, draw a card. All of that for just 1 energy. Here we've got another great Pan card, Combination Attack Pan. She's actually the Dash Pack promo. She's a 3-drop, 10,000 power. Her permanent says if a Son Goku GT or a Trunks GT with 25,000 or more power is in play in your battle area, you can play this card from your hand without paying the cost. Then once per turn you can choose a Goku or Trunks, and it gains 5,000 power. So you basically get to play her for free. She's a free combo, she's a free 10,000. And you get to boost one of your guys for 5,000. Like, you can keep using all these effects, stack them together, and keep boosting up your battle cards to ridiculous levels. One of the other great Pan cards they refused to reveal to us was Fearless Pan. She's going to be one of the super rares. I feel like they are intentionally holding back information on the super rares, and they won't be trying to reveal that stuff until the last week before release. She's a 3-drop, 15,000. She has blocker, and she has barrier, so she can't be targeted. Her auto says, when you play this card, choose all of your other red leader and red battle cards. They gain 5,000 power and double strike. So you've got 3 or 4 different pans that give your battle cards 5,000 extra power. She gives them all 5,000 and gives every single one of them double strike. She is a game changer, and she's only a 3-drop. So play her alongside the other pan when you've got your Trunkses and your Gokus with 25,000 or higher power, and give them all an extra 10,000 plus double strike. She is going to be amazing in any GT deck. Then you've got this disgusting blob, Power Absorbing Lude. He's a 3-drop with 25,000, which is crazy. He says if Pan is not under this card, it cannot attack. But once per turn, you can choose a battle card in your drop area and place it under this card, and he gains double strike. So you just grab a Pan, put it under the blob. He can now attack, and he's 25,000 double strike for 3 energy. That's crazy for that to happen that early in a match. Then we've got some future Trunks cards to go along with all the Pan support. We've got Quick Rush Trunks. He's a 2-drop, 15,000 with critical. Not bad for a 2-drop, although you're probably going to use him to evolve into the bigger Trunks cards, such as Reliable Trunks. He's a 4-drop that you can evolve for 2 red energy. He's got 20,000. He also has critical. And his auto says when you play this card, draw 1 card and then choose up to 1 of your red leaders or red battle cards and give it 5,000. This new GT deck is all about giving all of your battle cards and your leaders 5,000 plus, and you're just powering up your characters to insane levels. That Trunks is completely overshadowed by Chain Attack Trunks, who is also a 4-drop, who also evolves for 2 red energy, and who also has 20,000 attack. His permanent lets him attack battle cards in active mode, but his auto is even better. When you play this card, choose up to 1 battle card from your hand with power of 15,000 or less and play it. Like I said before in the previous video, you could use that, drop a Babidi. Look at the top 7 cards of your deck. Drop 2 of your big-ass GT, Goku, Trunks, whatever you're running, and just go apeshit. I think this card is going to be crazy good, and it's going to make you want to keep every GT Trunks off the field so they can't evolve into this guy. Now let's finally get into some Gokus. First, we've got Pint-sized Warrior Son Goku, another 1-drop. When you play this card, look at up to 7 cards from the top of your deck. Choose a red Son Goku GT and add it to your hand. The fact that it specifies a red Son Goku GT implies that we're going to get different colored GT cards, but that's just the way that I'm interpreting it. Then we got Shocking Future Son Goku. He's a 2-drop, 10,000 power. His auto says at the end of the battle, after you combo with this card, to choose up to 1 card with 5,000 or less power from your deck and add it to your hand. It doesn't specify if the card is a Saiyan or if it's just a red battle card, but as of right now, it just says that either the site needs to be updated or the card needs an errata. Here we got Determined Super Saiyan Son Goku. We looked at this card in the last video. 3-drop, 15,000. He's got crit. When your life is at 4 or less, increase the energy cost of him by 2. That's just so that you can EX evolve him into the Super Saiyan 3 Kid Goku. We've also got the other Goku we talked about in the video. Rising Fist Super Saiyan 2 Son Goku. He's a 5-drop. You can evolve him for 4. He's got double strike, and when he evolves, you draw 2 cards. The counterpart to the Kid Buu from the blue set is Victorious Fist Super Saiyan 3 Son Goku. He's a 6-drop. He's got the EX, 1 red, discard a card to evolve him onto a Goku with 5 or more. He's got double strike, and his auto says once per turn when this card attacks, switch it to active mode, and it gains 5,000 power for the duration of the turn. Basically gives him double strike, dual attack with an attack boost. And then if you combine him with all the pan support and even that Trunks that boosts attack, this guy's going to get massive. And dealing 4 damage with that much attack is going to be really hard to counter that play. I'm thinking this Goku and the Kid Buu are probably going to be the 2 SPRs for red and blue. I could be wrong about that, but based on the fact that they're both super rares and the fact that they are the ace cards for their color, logically it just makes sense. Now he doesn't really fit the theme, but we have hidden Power Uub. He's a 3-drop with 20k. He's got double strike. It's not too bad for a 3-drop. He just doesn't do anything for the deck, and honestly I don't feel like he'll be worth playing. I know a lot of people really love Uub. I was never a big fan of him, especially once he fused with Fat Buu in GT, and Fat Buu was gone forever. After that, I just hated him. And of course, it wouldn't be GT if we didn't have Dependable Robot Giru. He's a 2-drop, 5,000. He has a blocker. He has the permanent that says if Pan is in your battle area or your leader, you can play him from your hand without paying the energy cost. So he's just like Mai with the Trunks leader, or Krillin with the Android leader after they've awakened. We also have Handy Giru. He's the super combo for the red set for Series 3. He's got the exact same effect as the Vados from set 1. You combo, your leader's red, life's 4 or less, draw a card, gain 10,000 power. Why they gave the Kibito Kai's super combo card a different ability than the original super combo card for blue and not the red, I don't know. We'll just have to wait and see if green or yellow get anything different. Another cool card to support the GT theme, we've got Grand Tour Spaceship. It's a 2-drop that says look at up to 7 cards from the top of your deck. Choose a Son Goku GT, a Trunks GT, a Pan, or a Giru with 15,000 or less power and play it. So instead of it going to your hand, it goes straight to play. You could even do that with either the Giru blocker or the Giru super combo card and just combo it straight to the field. But you would still need to meet the requirements of 4 life or less. Just like blue getting a new negate with the Majin Buu support, we have Unending Awakening. It's a 1-drop for red. The counterattack says negate the attack, then choose up to one of your red Saiyan leader cards. It gains 5,000 power for the duration of the turn. Why it says choose up to one of your red Saiyan leaders? You can't have more than one leader, as we know of yet. But it goes along with the theme of giving all of your red battle cards 5,000 extra power. We also know we're getting at least one Vegeta from GT. Vegeta, powerful as ever. He's a 3-drop. Initially, this card said it was going to be updated on 2-9, which is today. However, when I went to check it this morning, they actually changed it to 2-23. So we're not going to find out what it does. He's one of the promo cards from the Series 3 Tournament Pack set. We're just going to have to wait to see if he does anything more. I'm sure we'll get more Vegetas as well. Now, on the other end of the GT spectrum, we've got Dr. Myuu. He's our other red leader. His activate main says once per turn, choose one Machine Mutant battle card from your hand with 5,000 or less power and play it. So he lets you get all your little dudes out quicker. On his Awaken side, we've got Scheming Dr. Myuu with the creepy little baby there. His once per turn says choose a Machine Mutant battle card from your hand with 10,000 or less power and play it. And then when he attacks, draw a card. That's to let you get all of your little robot dudes together to combo with them and play them together. Dr. Myuu gets his own 1-drop, Under Baby's Control. He's got 5,000 power. When you play this card, look at up to 3 cards from the top of your deck. Choose a Machine Mutant or card whose name includes Baby among them and add it to your hand. We already expected we were going to get Baby support. We just hadn't seen any of it yet. If it doesn't come out in this set, it will definitely be out in set 4 as set 3 and 4 form that block for Crossed Worlds. We do know we'll get at least one Baby card in the Tournament Pack 3 promos. We got Baby, Dawn of Vengeance. He's a 3-drop. He was also one of the cards that was listed to be updated on the 9th, and that has been changed to the 23rd. So it's going to be a couple weeks before we get any new information on him. Then we got the little robots that work for General Rilldo, who works for Dr. Myuu. We got Mega Cannon Sigma Natt. He's a 1-drop 5000. When you play this card, if your leader is Dr. Myuu, choose up to 1 Bizu from your deck and add it to your hand. Bizu is a 2-drop with 10,000 power that says when you play this card, if your leader is Dr. Myuu, choose up to 1 Ribet from your deck and add it to your hand. Ribet is a 2-drop with 10,000 as well that says when you play this card, if your leader is Dr. Myuu, choose up to 1 Nezzy from your deck and add it to your hand. Commander Nezzy is a 3-drop with 15,000 power. He has the ability Union Absorb. Choose 1 each of Bizu and Ribet from your hand or battle area. Place them under this card. Choose up to 1 Super Sigma from your deck and place it on top of this card, then shuffle your deck. His auto also says when you play this card, if your leader is Dr. Myuu, choose up to 1 Natt from your deck and add it to your hand. Basically to go ahead and reset the combo, reset the chain of searching for little robots. So that you can then play Triple Union Super Sigma. He's a 4-drop with 20,000. He's got Double Strike, and his main says place this card in your drop area, draw 2 cards, then choose up to 1 of your opponent's battle cards, and it loses 10,000 power for the duration of the turn. If the power falls to 0 or less, not sure how it can be less, it is KO'd. So it's a nice little way to blow up some cards, but unless you combo it with other similar abilities, you're not going to blow up that much stuff. Then we've got Bodyguard Ledgie. I don't even remember what he's from. I remember the character, but past that, my mind is blank. He's a 3-drop, 15,000. He's got blocker. And when your opponent has battle cards in their battle area and you have no battle cards, you can play him from your hand without paying the cost. So basically, you're going to play him first, then play anything else. That way you can get him for free. Then we've got the boss man himself, hidden ability General Rilldo. 3-drop, 15,000. His Union Absorb says choose 1 each of Nezzy, Natt, Bizu, and Ribet from your drop area. Place them under this card. Then choose up to 1 General Rilldo with 25,000 power from your deck and place it on top of this card. So really, you're going to play him and he's immediately going to upgrade. You're never really going to see this card itself for more than 5 seconds, because you're going to evolve him into General Evolved Hyper Meta Rilldo. 5-drop, 25,000 power, just like the previous one specified. This one, though, has Double Strike, and he has 2 autos. The first one says when you play this card, choose all of your opponent's battle cards, and they lose 10,000 power for the duration of the turn. If they drop to 0, they die. When this card attacks, choose up to 1 of your opponent's battle cards with 10,000 or less and KO it. So you could potentially kill multiple battle cards with just this 1 General Rilldo and all of his abilities. There's also a 7-drop General Rilldo in Meta Rilldo form perfected. He's one of the cards that they have not revealed to us yet. He's probably going to be one of the other super rares. Since the 5-drop is already at 25,000, I'm thinking he'll probably be 30,000. He may even get the EX Evolve and have some really crazy ability. Then we've got a baby-themed extra card called Baby Subdual. For 3 energy, you can, if your leader card is a machine mutant, being Dr. Myuu, or if we possibly get like a General Rilldo or a baby leader in set 4, choose 1 of your opponent's battle cards with 15,000 or less power and switch it to active mode. It gains 5,000 power for the duration of the turn, and then you take it. So you go, hey, that dude, here's some power, now I'm gonna have it. Thank you. Dr. Myuu's robots also get the field card Planet M2. When you place it in the battle area, it stays until another field card is active. The auto says when it's placed in the battle area, if your leader is Dr. Myuu, draw a card. So you make up for that 1 card you just played. And then the battle effect says switch this card to rest mode. If it's your turn, choose up to 1 of your opponent's leader cards or battle cards that loses 5,000 power for the duration of the turn. So you can combo this with either the Big Sigma or the 5-drop General Rilldo to lower all of their battle cards and get to the point where you can just KO them with that ability. The last red card revealed doesn't go with the GT theme, but we do get another Tournament of Power character in Pride and Justice Toppo. He's a 4-drop like the Jiren, 20,000 power, also like the Jiren. He's an alien, so you can use him with the Champa and the Vados support from set 1. He's got counterattack, play this card, and negate the attack. His permanent said, if your opponent's leader card has 15,000 or more power, reduce the energy cost of this card in your hand by 2, so you can play him for 2 energy, or you can counterattack with him for 2 energy. I personally think he's a little bit better than the Jiren card, due to his auto, which says, when this card KOs your opponent's battle card, switch it to active mode. So, like a God of Destruction candidate, he can keep destroying battle cards and then keep swinging for more. I like this card a little bit better than the Jiren, but I can see why one might be better than the other in certain situations. The last card is the new green Vegeta leader. This card wasn't part of the reveal, but it was shown on the home page of the Dragon Ball Super card game site. It shows both the unawakened and the awakened form. Personally, I think the art on both sides is way better than the art we got for the red leader from Union Force. It's really hard to tell what either of his abilities do. He does have a permanent that gives him double strike, it looks like. So that'll be really cool to see what the ability does, and hopefully he is better than the red Vegeta leader, because I just feel like he's trash. If you want to know why, check out the Vegeta deck profile I posted, where we don't even use the Vegeta leader. That's how bad he is. But anyway, we were going to mention this in the previous video, but since you can't see anything and there wasn't really anything to it, I decided not to add it because I saw it last minute and it just wasn't worth the extra time to go ahead and go back and put it into the video. But that does it for all the new support that we've gotten today. We will be back with another video next Friday on the 14th. Is that right? The 14th? That's not a Friday. The 14th is the release day for this information, but I believe the 14th is a Wednesday. So next Wednesday we'll be back to do another video to go over all the new cards that are revealed with the green and yellow sets. Really looking forward to the green myself. There's Android support, there's Future Trunks support, there's Goku Black's Zamasu support, there's Vegito support. Yellow has Dragon Ball, Kid Goku. Yellow's got Saiyans with Bardock, King Vegeta, we got Nappa, we got Tora, we got Gene, we got Bardock's whole team. So that's going to be a lot of really cool stuff. Be a really great way to celebrate Valentine's Day, right? With your love of Dragon Ball Z and Dragon Ball Super. But if you guys enjoyed this video, or if you're enjoying the way we're presenting all this new information, hit the like button down below and let me know what you think of all the new support we're getting, and let me know how you think we presented it in this video as well. Let me know what you're most interested for. I'm loving the new Buu support. That's going to be one of my favorite decks to build as well. And let me know if you guys want to see like a small mock-up deck profile of what I would run with the Buu deck. I am going to play test it this weekend to see how it does before I even decide whether or not I would do a video. But if that's something you guys are interested in, I'd be more than happy to go ahead and do it. But this video's gone on long enough, so we're going to go ahead and get out of here, and we'll see you guys Wednesday in the next video.